Rock Metal Nation, what is up? Real quick before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that Rock Metal Studios, the very same studio that brings you the Rock Metal podcast, is looking to help bands who are able to record their tracks either at home or in a professional recording studio, but need some help mixing. Go ahead and send me an email at therockmetalpodcast@gmail.com. That's therockmetalpodcast@gmail.com. We can go ahead and discuss mixing your tracks for free. The Rock Metal Podcast, episode 140 with Crimson Day. Let's rock and roll it. Rock Metal Nation, what is up? This is John from the Rock Metal Podcast, and that sample you just heard was No Hope for Salvation by Crimson Day, who I've got on the show with me right now. They've recently released a new album called At the Mountains of Madness, and right now I'm being joined by vocalist Lassie and guitarist Jesse to share some stories about the music and share more info about the band. So boys, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Let's go listen back to that track, No Hope for Salvation.
Wake up from a nightmare with a scream. Oblivious sheep, as hungry wolves among a street, burning everything, consuming every living being, spreading like plague, a sense of justice and betrayed. Now it's its just
All right, come back from No Hope for Salvation. Now, I just love the emotion that comes from that track, and then being completely surprised when the energy changes later on in the song.
Yeah, that song is from our other guitarist, Ari. He has some that song is actually when I first heard it. We do this thing when we write new material that we make our own demos and put them on the cloud, and then I listened to the song and I liked it because it starts like heavy and slow, and then it turns to like an Iron Maiden kind of 80s heavy metal extravaganza, and the song it's interesting. It's an interesting song because it kind of like you said, it changes as it goes, but it gets like faster and heavier and angrier, I think, when we get to the end of the song.
They were pretty angry in the 80s.
yeah, but I don't know why that was.
I don't know either.
And the lyrics for the song, there's so much reason to be angry at the world at the moment, so I thought I'd make lyrics to just nihilistic fuck you to all kind of thing. Can I say that? Sorry.
Wow. Well, now I have to mark the podcast explicit for the children that might be listening, the little wee ones who are rocking out to No Hope for Salvation, thinking to themselves, I'm so hopeless in this world I'm growing up in.
Yeah, that song is for those kids.
It's for the children. Cool. So take us through the lyrics then. Take us through the anger. Take us through the hopelessness. Take us through what you were thinking when you wrote No Hope.
Well, actually, the lyrics came to me not long after Trump won. And I was, looking at the news everywhere and all the crazy things that's happening everywhere, like it doesn't matter which country you go to or which politics you look at. There's in the recent years, just people are so, it seems people have lost it kind of. And when you really think of what's happening with like globally in the world, sometimes it can feel like there's no hope or salvation for us, because like people are, sometimes you can lose hope. And if you look at the news, there's some kind of a disaster every day, everywhere. So that kind of was the idea behind the song, and it fit with the record because when you listen to the songs on At the Mountains of Madness, which is the new album that we just wrote and released on January, a lot of the songs have that kind of it's not a theme album, but when you listen to the lyrics especially, you can find that in many of the songs you can find the hopelessness of the world, and whether it's this song that's about the current situation politically and globally, environmentally, or whether it's war, or whether it's in the next thing that we're going to do, the Wasteland bit, whether it's after the apocalypse that's inevitable at some point.
Yeah. Now you mentioned that Ari wrote the track. Now, is that part of the writing process? Is there does each individual band member write a track, or is there a group involvement when writing the tracks? What does the writing process look like for At the Mountains of Madness?
Well, I'll give this one to Jesse. Jesse here.
We basically write the songs almost completely by me or Ari, and when we have the almost completed song, we bring it to the rehearsal place, and then as a group we just finish it. That's basically how it goes on almost every time.
Yeah. On this record, majority of the songs are written by Jesse or Ari, and there's just one track by me. But the guitarists, Jesse and Ari, are the lead writers in our band. And then when they have a new song, they introduce it to us when it's almost complete, and then we
At the point where it has like beginning and the end.
yeah, then we rehearse it and make changes to it if we want to and need to, and that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. I just go listen to the next track, Welcome to the Wasteland.
Welcome to hell. Enjoy your stay. The end of life. Welcome to hell. Enjoy your stay in the land of no man. No brave new world. The end of life. Enter the wasteland. Welcome to hell. Enjoy your stay in the land of no man. Our brave new world is what we deserve. Welcome to the wasteland. Welcome to hell. Enjoy your stay in the land of no man. Our brave new world. The end of life. Welcome to the wasteland.
Rock Metal Nation, it's John from the Rock Metal Podcast for a real quick break to let you know that Jay over at Metal Mayhem Radio is looking to help you get your band in rotation on his station. So go ahead and hit up Jay at studio@metalmayhemradio.co.uk. That is studio@metalmayhemradio.co.uk. Just go ahead and say that the Rock Metal Podcast sent you. He'll get you into rotation on Metal Mayhem Radio. I come back from Welcome to the Wasteland. I'm going to guess, did Ari write this one too?
No, that's Jesse.
Oh, okay. Massive energy, Jesse. Massive
Thank
energy.
you.
There's actually a bit longer when we first.
It was quite way longer.
Yeah, it was like 2 minutes longer, but then we chopped a good chunk out of it because,
It didn't need it.
Yeah, it didn't need all the parts that we had in it. We felt it would be better to give this firecracker of a song just 3.5, something like that minutes to just, go on a Fury Road and put some heavy metal out there.
Cool. Now, for Rock Metal Nation listening in who dug the 2 tracks, No Hope for Salvation and Welcome to the Wasteland, they're absolutely frothing at the ears. They want to know more about this new album that just came out. So go ahead and tell us about At the Mountains of Madness. What should we expect?
Oh, that's a tricky one. Well, you shouldn't accept anything more than a full metal kind of it's the album is quite long. It's nearly an hour long, and it has 11-12 tracks if you count the intro with it. And it's
11 songs.
It's practically, there's one slower bit on the middle, but you need that breathing room because it's heavy metal. It's heavy metal on its purest, and it's what's best in heavy metal. In this kind of melodic heavy metal that's, coming from Finland, we have these great bands like Battle Beast and Beast in Black and that kind of stuff in the world right now, and they're really popular. And we think that this is like we said this on an interview somewhere, but this is kind of a second coming of this kind of melodic, traditional heavy metal like going on in the world. And this album is gonna be part of that, like a new wave of Finnish heavy metal, if you want to put it that way. And just you can expect a nearly full hour of melodic, bombastic, balls to the wall type of metal rocking from the album, but also some when I write the lyrics, I really like to say something, so you can also find some kind of a message there if you listen to it.
Beautiful. Now, the next logical question on Rock Metal Nation's mind is, how can they find out more about you? So is there a website that they should go to?
Yeah, crimsonday.com is our official website. And you can also find us on Instagram, crimson.day.band, and from Facebook, crimson.day.band. On our website, there's our upcoming tour dates. At the moment, we're touring in Finland. We're going to do our last leg of Finland during this month, and we're planning on going abroad sometime, Europe, perhaps this year later on. You can find the latest info on our website and from our Facebook. We're trying to keep our listeners and fans updated on whatever we come up with on Facebook very often.
You kind of do like live streams on Facebook and Instagram pretty often.
Yeah.
On last gig we did like 7 different live streams.
Yeah. And so Facebook is probably the fastest place if you want to contact us. You can buy the album at Amazon and from Bandcamp, and you can buy it from our Facebook account, of course, also. And you can listen to it, of course, on Spotify and stream it there.
Perfect. All right. Well, boys, unless there's anything else you wanted to throw out there, I just wanted to thank you for taking time out of your day to come onto the Rock Metal Podcast and sharing Crimson Day with Rock Metal Nation.
Yeah, well, I just want to say keep metal and thank you for having us again.
Yes, thank you.
Not so
Metal Nation. Hope you just found your new favorite band in Crimson Day. Big thanks again to them for coming on and sharing their music with us. Make sure to head over to www.therockmetalpodcast.ca to get all the information on the show you just heard today. And until then, rock on, Rock Metal Nation.